Have you or a loved one been affected by pignosis? Symptoms include blaming the controller, banning your own viewers, and saying, that's impossible 47 times a stream. However, there is hope. Welcome to Duty Streams, the internet's premier center for DSP analysis, memes, and emergency anti-pignosis treatment. We expose the cope, we study the salt, and we ask the hard questions. Did the game really screw him, or was it just another skill issue? Subscribe to Duty Streams today, because pignosis spreads fast, but laughter spreads faster.
To address, that's card rise, and then we're going to get into the gaming and the gaming schedule and what happened this week, and then we're going to get into some news stories, and then we'll go from there. Ready? Earlier this week, on Monday, we were opening Yu-Gi-Oh cards, okay? We opened 5 packs of the, Duelists Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh set. They were some pretty nice cards, okay? They really were. I had a good time watching them and opening them. Sadly, they just weren't of high value because that set doesn't really have high value cards, okay? But then, because of your support, we were opening a bonus pack of Mega Dream EX. And as I opened it, it was a God pack. That means that every card in the pack was a hit, and insanely high value cards were in there, including, as I just showed you, a over $400 Greninja. There was a $170 Mewtwo. There was a, I want to say, $39 Bellabolt. And Inferno X down here, that's like $29. So, very high value cards in that. That pack itself was worth over $700, okay? Now, you have to understand something. To open a God pack is like winning the Pokemon Lotto. I mean that. Like, God packs are so rare. Like, people have opened thousands upon thousands of packs in order to get a God pack. In fact, what people were saying was the odds of getting a God pack is like 0.5%, which means you would have to open 200 boxes of this. 200 boxes, not packs, boxes. 200 boxes of Mega Dream EX to get a God pack. I got it right away. Okay? My first box attempt, I got a God pack in it. Okay? You have to understand how insanely, ridiculously rare that is. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. If anything, the only unfortunate thing, because it's a Japanese God pack, it's not worth as much as an English. English God packs, those are worth thousands. This pack was worth like $750, and the value was like $15 is what I paid for it, okay? Now, I unpack it live, okay? There's no way to fake a God pack, to make this very clear to everyone. You can't fake a God pack because here's why. If you open it fresh, okay, you'll see it's real. There's no way to really fake that. When you open a fresh pack and everyone sees me doing it the same way I've always opened the packs, they're all legit. I didn't fake it. There was no no one could say, oh, there was a sign that it was fake. It was all done live, okay? It was even part of me opening Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It wasn't like, oh, here's a scripted God pack opening. It was all a random thing added in randomly, okay? That's number one, okay? Number two, you can't sell God packs. You can't identify God packs. There's no way to know. They're completely identical to regular packs. Because I want you to think of it logically, which is the thing with my detractors and critics. They don't have logic. They're just idiots who conspiracy theory to get clickbait views. If you could identify a God pack, wouldn't all the God packs have already been removed from these boxes, taken aside, and sold for insane profits? Like right now, if there was a guaranteed $700 pack, don't you think the scalpers would be selling them online for that much money? Why wouldn't they? Because you can't identify a God pack. It's not possible. That's why you don't see them for sale. That's why no one can sell them. The only way to identify a God pack would be to already open it, to see the first card as a hit, and to put the cards back in the pack. You've already reduced the value because you've opened it. There's actually no way to even tell that those cards are legit because the pack was pre-opened. Therefore, the value dips immediately. No one would try to sell a God pack like that, you see? So there's absolutely no way to fake a God pack. It's legit, okay? But my detractors, since Monday, have done absolutely everything they can to say I faked it. First, they're saying on Etsy, you can buy faked God packs, and I bought it off of Etsy. Then they're saying, oh, he bought it off of eBay, and we have an invoice proving he bought it off of eBay. These people are fucking crazy assholes. They're crazy because if they believe it, it means they are literally ignoring the irrefutable evidence that you can't fake a God pack. And they're assholes because they can't possibly believe that something good would happen to Darkside Phil. So they immediately have to try to find some weird justification of how it happened and it wasn't legit. They immediately must discredit it. Okay? So here's the deal. All right? Sadly, I didn't really benefit from pulling the God pack outside of the value of the pack and having some nice cards, because you might say, wait a minute, if pulling that God pack is so rare, if it takes 200 boxes to get a God pack on average, and you got it on your first box, right? Then why on earth aren't people talking about it? How many views does the video have, Phil? 4,000. 4,000 measly views on a legitimate God pack rip video of someone who's new to the hobby, only been doing it for 3 months, and pulled it on his first opening of a box. That's ridiculous. That should be history making. Okay? History making. What happened is 2 things. Number 1, all of the people who steal my content stole it immediately and basically highlighted the God pack opening and ran and posted it all over the internet before I had a chance to. Therefore, they immediately got the clickbait views on it, but they all skewed it saying, worst PokeTuber opens God pack, or DSP fakes a God pack, DSP obvious scripted God pack opening. So basically, because they stole the content illegally, number 1, breaking the law, and number 2, they all put it in defamatory qualifications, right? Oh, Phil doesn't deserve it. Phil's a bad PokeTuber, or this is not legit. This is ripped off, or whatever, right? They got all the views, not me. So me, this is my hobby now, right? It is part of my hobby. It's part of my work. It's something we're doing together. We're enjoying for 3 months. This should have been an epic moment in history where Phil actually gets, I'm holding this upside down the whole time, where Phil gets noticed for doing something that's insanely rare in the hobby. What are the chances that a relative bumbling newbie who doesn't even know half the cards' names opens a God pack, right? Instead of it going like that, it's DSP, so it doesn't matter. He's a piece of shit. Discredit. It's not a big deal. Don't talk about it. Act like it never happened. Steal the views, so any views that were coming go to other people who stole them early. And by the way, then lie for the next week and say that he basically faked the whole goddamn thing. Okay, Jen Cooked, thank you. Jen Cooked gave me the message. I will shout that out in a second. I got your message. I will answer it. Okay. So, yeah, so it's bullshit. Okay, it really is. It's fucked up. And sadly, this is what I keep telling you guys. Sadly, because I am A-logged, stalked, and I have this crazy vortex of toxic life losers around me who just can't help but try to be toxic and ruin anything they can for me at any given moment. This big positive moment was massively deflated, right? It should have been a, oh my God, YouTuber pulls a God pack moment and everyone's excited. And instead it's 4,000 views. Doesn't affect me at all. All right? At least in content. In the wall, of course it did. As a hobbyist, I'll remember that moment forever. That was epic. And that was super awesome to share that moment with all of you. Let me put it this way, right? It was more awesome to do that and hang out with you guys and do it live than if I had done it for myself. Imagine if I was just a hobbyist and I opened the God pack for myself. Well, that's a moment for me. But because I did it live on stream, that was a moment for us. And that was an epic moment that we all loved, right? Now, of course, we'll always be looking for another God pack. We probably will never get one, ever, right? But that was amazing. And thank you for everyone who was there. Thank you for the 3 months of support to make it happen. I mean, it's because of your support that I even opened the God pack. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. And understand that I definitely loved doing it. And I can't wait for, many, many more, epic moments to come in card collecting, okay? But understand that's why we can't have nice things. It's like I said, like someone just said it in chat, and they're absolutely right. Listen to this. Cyrus X says, you could win the actual lottery, buy a new house and car, show off all that money, and the detractors would say you faked it. Correct. I'm not kidding. Right? Like I said, I keep saying this. It's not a joke. It's not an exaggeration. I could inadvertently cure cancer. Aliens could land and try to invade the planet, and I could fight them off with my bare hands, and then an asteroid could be careening towards the Earth, and I would jump up and strike it, smashing it into a million pieces, saving the planet, and people would say, yeah, but you snorted while you were doing it. How disgusting. What a pig. That's the reality that I live with because of the amount of losers on planet Earth. That's just the reality, is that it doesn't matter how much I improve myself, which you can see that I'm actively improving myself every single day, right? It doesn't matter how much I improve the set. It doesn't matter how much I improve the gameplay. It doesn't matter that I implement new stuff into the content that you guys ask for. It's all never going to be good enough because of these life loser toxic idiots. Therefore, I don't give a fuck. Here's what I'm going to say. You ready? Ready for this? I have Mega Gengar EX. It's over $400. I have Team Rocket's Mewtwo. It's $170. I have an amazing set. I have an awesome card collection. I have an amazing life. I have an army of dedicated fans and viewers who love me and my content. My detractors don't. Wah. DSP has things I don't have. That's right, because I work hard, and I'm smart, and I'm strong, and I'm dedicated, and I'm never going to give up, and I'm always going to be better than you, no matter how much you try. Wah! Wah! Now, fuck off. Nothing beats a bunch of jealous fucking losers. All right. So Jen Cooked, who had done the 500 kicks earlier, said the following. I just caught up with that message that didn't show up. I asked, with the Disney cards, the Disney... We've got Caterade with a $2 super chat. Says detractors have nothing without DSP. That's absolutely correct. Case in point, last year, during the summer, I was away for a week unexpectedly. And the detractors literally sat around with nothing to do and their thumbs up their asses, completely confused on what life meant, trying to theorize where Phil could be. You know, like they were just completely lost. Without me, they have nothing because, again, they are the vortex around me. I am the focal point of their universe. If I don't exist, they have no meaning and no existence either. They become nothing. I think that's incredibly disturbing, don't you? I find it disturbing, okay? Because God forbid I do win the lotto and I decide to retire. What are they going to do with their lives, right? What are they going to do with their lives? If I retire, they have nothing to do at all. It's pretty sad. Okay. Let's see here.